Hey everyone, VaNessa Duplessie here, and in this week's Life Transformation Now video, I'm going to share with you on the subject of rejection. Yes, that nasty old word rejection, something that most people I know dread. We don't want to be rejected. It's in our nature to want to be accepted. Well, I want you to think about the fact that rejection is not about you, but it's about where the other person really is in their life or at that point in time. So for example, back in my 20s when I was dating, and I would go when I would meet people, and sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't. You know, it's a form of rejection, the dating scene. It's terrible, it's not fun. Well, then I met this guy that I thought was the one. Now ladies, you know what I mean when I say I thought he was the one. So we date for a while, we're enjoying life, it's all good. Then he takes me out to lunch. And at this lunch, he breaks it to me. VaNessa, it's not you, it's me. He did really use those words. It's not you, it's me. Who hasn't heard that at some point in their life? But you know what? It's true. It wasn't about me. I was the best girlfriend I could be at the time, and it just wasn't what he wanted in his life. But sure enough, that rejection led me to where I am now. The deck that I'm standing on right now to record this video is a product of that rejection. My husband, my children, the life I have now came from that rejection, because a few months later I actually met my now husband. Had I still been with that other gentleman, would my life have been good? Probably. You know, we'll never know. We can venture to guess. But my life now is fantastic. And I want you to think about the times in your life when you've been rejected. For that job that you didn't get. For that man or woman that didn't want to date you. Do you remember those times? Do you remember maybe feeling despair? I don't know about you, but I know that I've cried many a night over a rejection of some sort. The lunchtime, it's not you, it's me rejection, I think I cried for 3 weeks. It's in our human nature to want to be accepted. But acceptance is something that you need within yourself before you can accept it from someone else. Think about that. Acceptance is something you need to give yourself before you can actually go out and get it from someone else. So it's not fun to be rejected. And sometimes I'm actually the one that says no. I don't like that idea. I don't like that opportunity. I don't like that product. And it's not about the person who's talking to me about whatever particular issue it might be. It's where I am. It's not something that interests me. So what I want for you and rejection in your life to mean is a positive, not a negative. Positive rejection moves you forward in life. You can't have everything, and sometimes things don't work out the way we want to. But in reality, it leads us to where we need to go. There's a Rascal Flatts song called Broken Road, and it's about a relationship that is working for someone, and he talks about all the different trials and tribulations and things that happened in his life that led him to the one. So when you go out next time, and whether it's a dating situation or a business situation, and someone says no to you, take the emotion out of it. Don't get hurt. Don't be sad if you can help it. It's not easy. It's not easy, I know that. But if you really think about the process, it's not about you. So where in your life are you not accepting yourself for who you need to be? Where are you rejecting yourself? Is it in your business? Is it in your personal life? Are you playing the I'm not good enough game with yourself? You know, limiting beliefs pop up for us in so many different places. And one of those is a form of rejection of ourselves. One of my limiting beliefs, and I'm freely happy to admit it, is, that I don't deserve good things. So every time something good happens in my life, I have to question, why is this happening? Do I deserve this? Well, after years of work, I have finally come to the conclusion of, hot darn, you bet I do. I work my tail off, I give, and therefore I receive. You who know me know I've got the biggest heart there is on the planet, and I will give you my right arm if I could. But it's because I finally accepted myself and who I am without worrying about the rejection from others. Not easy, years of practice, but it really goes a long way in my personal life and in my business. So what I want for you, my dear viewers, is that you think about rejection in a positive manner that moves you forward in life, and think about where you've recently been rejected and how that can move you forward to the next space. Let's say you're in your business and you go out and you're trying to close a big deal. Let's say you're in computers and you go out and you're trying to land a contract that's going to outfit an entire office with your machine. You get there, you're talking to the office manager, you meet the sales manager whose team's going to use these new systems, and they start, talking about price, and they start talking about budget, and they start talking about, well, what's the service contract going to be like? And you're trying to break down each of these barriers that they keep throwing up at you. And at the very end, they come back with, you know what? This isn't going to work. We just can't do this. It's not because you said something wrong, you didn't have the best deal necessarily. It's not about any of that. It's where they are and where they might be stuck. No price, you could give it to them for free, and they probably still wouldn't have accepted the deal. That happens. So rejection can be cool if you let it be. So how do you take the emotion out of someone telling you no? Let's think about children. I've got 2 little ones, and I tell them no a lot because they don't always get what they want. Are they happy? Of course not. Do they moan and groan and whine at me? Of course they do. They're kids. They're supposed to. They're still learning how to manage their emotions around the rejection or the word no. Have you ever seen a kid that you say yes to go off and have a tantrum and go cry in the corner? I don't think I have. But the moment you tell a child, oh, you can't play that video game, or the TV's going off, or you can't have that toy, the biggest fit comes out, and they're down on the floor stamping their feet and, pounding their fists. So a lesson can be learned there. Not only do I try to teach my children that, you have to work for things and you don't always get what you want, and it's okay, and yes, it's frustrating, and yes, you may not like it, but we have to learn how to deal with it. So the best thing that we can do for the next generation is to teach them at a young age how to cope with the answer no. Then we have to come to the current and older generations and remind them how to deal with no. Because at some point in time, no is a reality. We all want the yeses, and we all want the hoorays, and we all want the good things. But we definitely deal with challenges, don't we? We definitely deal with challenges in our business, in our life, in our homes, in ourselves. I'm really hard on myself. I'm a driver. I strive to be the best that I can be. And when I'm not there, I feel it. And that is a form of me rejecting who I truly am, because I know better. My emotions are taking control over my logical brain. I don't feel good when I'm not achieving the most that I can. Well, folks, what you didn't see a moment ago was the great outdoors getting the best of me and my camera actually rejecting me. I had a little bug and mouth incident, so because I'm on a roll and I don't want to actually have to re-record what you've already heard from me because I felt that it was very important for you to hear those words, I'm just going to continue on. That is what dealing with rejection is like. You move on, you get past it, you pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and you go forward. If dealing with rejection was going to break you, you wouldn't be the successful wonderful, beautiful person that you are today. You wouldn't be able to do the things that you do, and you wouldn't be who you are. So I want you, over the course of the next month, to think about and to pay attention to when you are rejected, how the other person is acting, and to see if they're nervous. When people say no to other people, they're usually pretty nervous. They feel bad. So the rejector often feels as bad as the rejectee. So it is good if you're able to then put the rejector at ease and say, you know what, totally understand, no is not, not the right thing for you, and we're going to go ahead and just move on from here. No harm, no foul. It's all good. Because I'm going to tell you this. There is another man out there or another woman out there for you. There is another job out there for you. There is another business endeavor that might come across your desk that's even better than the last that was proposed to you. There is better after rejection. Take that with you. Make that your affirmation. Put that on your mirror. There is better after rejection. Go be confident. Go be the person I know and you know you are meant to be. Accept yourself. Accept others for where they are in the world. And we just might make this world a better place. So with this Life Transformation Now video, we appreciate your viewership. We appreciate you listening and hearing the words that we hope and that I hope inspire you to live a better life and to transform your life one day at a time. I'm VaNessa Duplessie. Thanks for being with me, and I'll see you again soon.